Students spiced up their resumes and pulled out their best business attire for the Spring 2017 Career Link Career Fair. Good evening and welcome to Access USI. I'm John Fisher.
And I'm Avery Sievers. In tonight's top story, USI's largest fair on campus took place today, and it allowed students to network with dozens of local and national employers looking to hire USI grads. I was there today and have the story.
Over 80 local and national companies, all coming together in the largest fair that USI hosts. USI's Spring 2017 Career Link Career Fair kicked off today and gave students the opportunity to network with local and national companies looking to hire USI graduates.
Today I'm looking forward to talking to a bunch of the companies that are in my major radio and television. So I know 2 news companies are here, so I'm hoping to talk to them, get either an internship or a job because I graduated in 2017.
14 News, Toyota, and Alcoa were just a few of the companies making an appearance during the Career Link Career Fair.
So I can show 14 News my killer reporting techniques and hand them my resume.
So if you didn't get the chance to tell area employers just what you have to offer them, USI's Career Link Career Fair will be kicking off again next fall. Spruce up that resume and find out just how your education can truly pay off. Avery Sievers, Access USI.
He's a man with a plan and the awards to help him get there. USI senior Jevin Redmond was awarded the Indiana Broadcasters Association Spectrum Award for Best Sports Broadcaster in Major Markets. Access USI reporter Grace Seward has the story.
If you're a fan of USI sports or even just listen to one game, you probably know the name Jevin Redmond. Redmond has been calling games and been play-by-play announcing for USI Athletics since his freshman year, but has been interested in sports broadcasting for as long as he can remember.
About 6 or 7 years old, my dad was the athletic director of the high school that I went to, Mount Vernon, and I'd always do PA for the baseball games, softball games, anything I could do. So I've always been interested in that, and growing up playing sports, listening to Cardinals and Pacers games, that's kind of where I got my interest.
Now wrapping up his senior year at USI, Jevin has literally earned more awards than he can keep track of. And most recently, Redmond was ranked as the 17th best collegiate sports broadcaster in the country.
It feels good. There's a lot of good broadcasters out there that you've met at conferences, so you see their names on the list and you get to know people that way. So yeah, it's cool to bring national recognition also to the program and to the campus.
Jevin says it's bittersweet to be graduating, but he's looking forward to new challenges.
Yeah, it'll be bittersweet. You miss a lot of the people that you work with here, following the athletes, coaches, and fans that you've gotten to know. But also, ready for a new challenge. I'm looking forward to this summer in Louisville Bats, who's a AAA affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds. So looking forward to having a new challenge to take on. And yeah, you'll miss some people, but we plan on staying in touch with a lot of them.
For Access USI, I'm Grace Seward.
This past Thursday, representatives from Smith Group came to campus to get feedback from students to kickstart USI's campus master planning efforts. One of the planning sessions dealt with dining and living on campus. Some of the questions representatives had ranged from what would make the dining better on campus to the major differences between live-in and residence halls and apartments. Another talking point was why students would prefer to live off campus rather than on campus. Students' main reasons: the inability to drive to class and USI having a dry campus policy.
Students' evenings got a little more magical this week as APB hosted a Harry Potter marathon in Forum 1. This marathon started on Sunday with a triple feature of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, as well as Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban. The marathon continues tonight at 7 with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and 2, before ending tomorrow with Cinema USI's presentation of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Women's basketball, men's basketball, plus softball and baseball. Michaela Boer is here and is going to get you all updated on everything USI sports.
Stay with us.
Welcome back to Access USI. I'm Michaela Boer, here tonight with your sports updates. The women's basketball team successfully defended home ground this past week by winning games against UIS and McKendree respectively. The win over Springfield clinched a USI first-round bye in the GLVC tournament, as the win over McKendree was good enough to claim them the top seed in the GLVC East Division. The Eagles conclude regular season play tomorrow as they hit the road and compete against Bellarmine University at 5 p.m. The men's basketball team also won both games against UIS and McKendree with ending scores of 90-57 and 81-67. Eventful to say the least, the Springfield game consisted of USI grabbing a first-round bye in the upcoming GLVC tournament, as well as senior Jarrell Taylor reaching the 1,000-point plateau of his career. Taylor joins as number 19 on the 1,000-point club list as he was able to contribute 22 points for the team. Highlight of the McKendree game was sophomore Alex Stein as he scored a game high of 27 points. Stein led the team throughout the night to see USI's record go to 25-2 overall and 15-2 in the GLVC. The regular season concludes with a showdown on the road between USI and the current #1 seed of the GLVC East Division, Bellarmine University. The game is set for tomorrow at 7 in Louisville, Kentucky. As spring is approaching, the women's softball team is back in action. The team opened the season last week down south as they won the doubleheader against #1 ranked University of North Alabama. First impressions aren't a problem for freshman pitcher Jennifer Leonard as she completed a 3-hit game shutout in her collegiate debut during the first game against the Lions. Leonard led the team to a 3-0 victory during the first round as pitcher Courtney Atkinson led the second game to end in a 6-1 win. USI returns to the field this Friday as they take on Trevecca Nazarene at 1 and Ferris State at 3 in the Midwest Region crossover at Deaconess Sports Park in Evansville. The men's baseball team opened up their season this past week as well with a trilogy against the University of Tampa. The team captured one of the 3 games, which starts their season record at 1-2 overall. After a nearly 2-hour rain delay in the game 2, the Eagles trailed 10-7 in the 9th with bases loaded. USI first baseman Nathan Keister hit a bases-clearing double to tie the game at 10, followed by an Angel Torres double that brought in what would be game-winning run as USI stole Game 2 11-10. The Eagles start 2017 home play on Friday as they host Wayne State University at 1 to begin the Dunn Hospitality Classic. Some of the men and women's track team ended their indoor seasons with a bang as they placed 3rd out of 9 teams. The women's team snatched 4 wins and a record-breaking provisional qualification. Wins came from senior Jenna Martin in the 60-meter hurdles and long jump, sophomore Miranda Coates in the 3K, and last but not least, sophomore Hillary Paxson in the weight throw. Paxson not only won the event but also earned USI's first NCAA provisional mark in throwing. She defeated the rest of the field by nearly 4 feet and bettered her previous school record by nearly 5 feet. The men's track team was able to snag 3 individual wins consisting of senior Jalen Madison in the weight throw, freshman Justin Greathouse in the 5K, and sophomore Staffa Sylvester in the 800. The DePaul meet concludes regular season competition as conference takes place this weekend at the University of Indianapolis. Now that you've been caught up on sports, Access USI will be back after the break.
Authorities are asking for help in finding a Delphi, Indiana man they believe has been involved with the murder of 2 teenage girls. Take a look at this man. Police released this photo of a suspect in a blue jacket and jeans. This man is believed to be tied to the murder of 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German. The girls went missing last week when a family member dropped them off to hike in a wooded area and a day off from school. The bodies were recovered the following day, a quarter-mile from that trail. Police will not say how they received the photo of this man, but urge you to contact your local authorities or the We Tip hotline if you have any information regarding who he is or his whereabouts. Access USI will keep you updated on this case when more information becomes available.
An Indiana man gets into a confrontation with a conservation officer and then died. The Ohio County Sheriff's Office says that the officer involved found 32-year-old Justin Holland near a car when responding to reports of a suspicious man in the area. According to Indiana State Police, Holland resisted arrest and then the officer began to fight. That's when they say a nearby woman stepped in and shot Holland in the torso, killing him. The officer involved was hurt, but his injuries were reported as non-life-threatening.
Protesters against the Dakota Access Pipeline set multiple tents on fire Wednesday, the same day they had been ordered to leave. The fires are reportedly part of a Native American tradition. Last week, North Dakota's governor signed an emergency evacuation order to allow companies to remove waste before potential flooding occurs. Most demonstrators have left or moved to higher ground. A select few have vowed to stay no matter what. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has signed off on the completion of the Dakota Access Pipeline, a project that could negatively affect the clean drinking water for people in that area.
The man accused of vandalizing President Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, has received no jail time and pleaded no contest. The incident happened in October of last year, prior to the election. James Otis used a sledgehammer and pickaxe to deface the star. The 52-year-old entered a no contest plea to vandalism. He will receive 3 years of probation and will pay $3,700 to the Hollywood Historic Trust and another $700 to the local Chamber of Commerce. Access USI will be right back.
Tonight in your Access Entertainment Report, after her split with Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie is finally opening up about her family. In an entertainment interview promoting her new movie that she directed and produced, Jolie says that she's coping with the divorce by focusing on their 6 children and is trying to find a way to keep her family stronger and closer. The couple broke up in September.
In other entertainment news, after a close call in landing his plane at the John Wayne Airport in California last week, Harrison Ford's pilot's license might be revoked. Authorities say that the 74-year-old actor flew his small plane over a taxiing American Airlines plane and landed on a taxiway instead of the runway he should have landed on. Ford flew his smaller plane so close to a flight carrying more than 100 people that it casted a shadow. Ford has not commented publicly on the incident.
Closing up your Access Entertainment Report, great news for fans of the popular show Golden Girls. And a cafe in New York is thanking you for bringing a friend. Rue LaRue Cafe has opened in a new Golden Girls themed cafe where you can eat all of Rue McClanahan's recipes while watching Golden Girls, because every TV in the cafe has episodes of Golden Girls on a loop. Rue McClanahan played the sassy Blanche Devereaux on Golden Girls. The cafe is in to honor her long after her death in 2010. Photos and memorabilia of the classy Blanche decorate the cafe, along with Blanche's wardrobe and accessories from the show.
In your Access Health Report, with warmer weather comes those pesky little bloodsuckers with not only an itch that follows their bite, but also deadly diseases. Some health experts consider mosquitoes to be the most deadly creatures on the planet. Mosquitoes can carry deadly diseases such as malaria, yellow fever, and Zika. Researchers around the world have been trying to come up with ways to tweak everyday products to eliminate the deadly bites. Insecticides themselves are volatile in nature, can evaporate easily, and be harmful to the skin. So researchers are trying to create clothing, chairs, and laundry detergent to protect against mosquitoes throughout the day.
In other health news, diets consisting of lean proteins and complex carbs are said to be the healthiest. But now studies are showing that that might not be the case, especially for women in their over 50. Women over 50 who eat a high-protein diet could have a greater risk of heart failure. This is according to a study presented at the annual scientific conference of the American Heart Association. The study examined the protein intake of over 100,000 women ages 50 to 79 over the course of 5 years. The data collected determined that postmenopausal women who follow a high-protein diet had a significantly higher rate of heart failure, almost double to those who ate less protein throughout the day. Studies suggest that this could be attributed to the molecular mechanism in animal protein, which can turn toxic molecules that affect the function of the heart's left ventricle.
Most of us are unlucky enough to be related to a less than pleasant sibling. This is how 8-year-old Nia deals with her little brother. Take a look.
Life for 8-year-old Nehemiah Reese
Overwhelming when I'm not in the mood.
is one to write home about.
Because I don't usually do this.
The Deer Valley Elementary second grader would have no problem. She's turning heads and readers are turning the pages of her book.
It's about how to take care of a sibling.
It's no wonder she named her book How to Deal with and Care for Your Annoying Little Brother. Ron Michael, her annoying little brother, made his rounds at the book signing. Fans of the book never got to see how Ron Michael landed as his sister's main character.
There is a list of things that I will not name every single one of them.
Beth Hankins has a list of reasons to love the young author.
Well, she's an amazing student. She came in with just a love of reading.
Hankins taught Reese first grade. She assigned the homework which created the book. Mrs. Hankins asked Reese what she was good at or what made her an expert.
I said I was an expert at taking care of my annoying little brother.
I just went with it and knew that she would do a great job.
The young author's reason for turning classwork into a book was simple.
I want to know how to take care of when you get older. You don't want to be lost with the baby.
Sometimes we have relatives that annoy us so bad that we love them.
I think that little 8-year-old girl has already achieved more in her 8 years than I ever will.
And if I may be honest, even though I'm the older of the two of us, I was always the more annoying sibling.
As always, we thank you for watching Access USI. Remember, Access is live every Wednesday night, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks for watching, and good night.